Hi, I'm Hannah, co-founder of Sleepybelly. Thank you so much for purchasing a Sleepybelly pregnancy pillow. By now, your pillow will be packed and on its way, but I just wanted to send you this little video explaining all the different ways you can use the pillow to make sure you're getting a really good night's sleep. I'm going to run you through a few different ways now. So the Sleepybelly comes vacuum sealed in a storage bag so that when you are finished using it, you can just put it away, store it away neatly. You can ignore this valve for now. This is what you'll use when you do want to store it away, just with your normal vacuum cleaner. You just place it on there, turn it on, and that'll suck the air out. To open it, you just simply use it like a Ziploc bag and peel it open. So you've just unzipped your Sleepybelly. You're going to take it out and find that it does need to be fluffed up a little bit. It is a natural latex pillow, so being a latex, it's going to need a little bit of time to expand. So the best way to help it along is to pinch and pull the little fibers apart inside. You cannot break it. If you need to be a little bit rougher in some areas, that's totally fine. This will just help it along and help it expand faster. So we've got all three pieces out of the bag now. It's going to take around an hour to fully fluff back up once you've given it a big pinch and a pull and a massage. So you should have three pieces: a wedge with a strap, a wedge without a strap, and then this long back support. What you'll find with this long back support is that one of the ends is thinner than the other. I'll just show you that now. It's been intentionally designed to be stitched inside. Now the reason for that is so that you can comfortably place your belly on this section of the pillow. It's designed to mimic the angle of this pillow so that you can comfortably rest your belly here. If you imagine trying to rest your belly up here on this part of the pillow, it's going to be really uncomfortable. So it has been intentionally designed this way. I'll run you through how you can connect these pillows. So with these wedges, you just use this Velcro on the back here and attach it to this strap. You can adjust the width depending on how far along you are, how big your belly gets. That's going to change throughout your pregnancy. So you might start with it quite close together, and then the further along you get, you need a little bit more room in between. So that's how you use it with the two wedges. To replace that with the long back support, you simply just use the Velcro here and connect it like this. Once again, you can adjust the width between those as well to give yourself a little bit more room. So I'm going to run through how I would recommend someone who has a side sleeping preference to use the pillow. So you're going to use those two wedges like this. So you would adjust the width just to make sure that you're held snugly in between the pillows. You actually want it to be a fair bit closer together than you might think. Do play around with that. You're simply going to lie in between these pillows. You want the pillow to sit right underneath your belly and hold your belly so that it's taking the weight of your belly. And then with this pillow, you want to place it in between your legs just to help keep your hips square. And then you simply lie down on your pillow. Then you've got the option to roll over. So you just move this pillow, bring that with you, and then you've got that support again on this side. Play around with where this pillow is actually sitting under your belly. You might need it a little bit higher or a little bit lower. So do test those things. So for tummy sleepers, you're going to use it very similarly with a slight tweak. I'll show you what I recommend trying. So you've got the pillows set up like that. You want them supporting your belly. So instead of having this in between your legs like this, you're going to place it here a little bit more forward and throw your top leg up and over like you are used to doing in your mountain climber position. You're going to find that really comfortable. Then again, if you are going to roll over, all you need to take over with you is this pillow, and again, throw your leg up and over onto this side. For tummy sleepers, there's another way that I recommend trying. Instead of using this wedge, you swap it out and have this pillow at the front. It depends if you're more of a leg up feeling or a hugging feeling, but if you're more leg up, you would use it like this. You're going to place your belly in that spot that we've talked about before, and then have your top leg up and over onto this long pillow. And then you just wiggle in and get comfortable. For people who have found that since they've become pregnant, all they want to do is sleep on their back, you might find that having this wedge under your belly, that's enough to keep you from feeling uncomfortable and wanting to roll onto your back. If not, we've got the long back support. I'll show you how that comes in. So instead of using this wedge, you swap it out with this long back support. You just adjust the width again, depending on how far along you are and how big your belly gets. You're going to face this way. You're going to again, aim to get your belly on this pillow. You have your pillow underneath your head here, and then put this in between your knees just to help keep your hips square. Again, play around with how high or low this pillow is under your belly and how close together, far apart you've got those wedges. One other thing, right now I am fully on my side. What I recommend is twisting your bottom hip slightly so that you're more on an angle. You're resting some of your back on this pillow, you can see here that I'm not on my back. I'm still on my side, but it feels really comfortable to have some of that pressure off my hip and my shoulder. So you can still roll over and face this other way. As we mentioned, this pillow has stitching in here, so you can place your belly there. You just wrap your arm under and hug into this pillow. So there is another way that you can use the pillow, and so that is to flip it upside down entirely and use this kind of more lower down your back. So you're going to use the pillow here, and then you've got this pillow down lower behind you for that support around your lower part of your body. Again, you've got your belly on this wedge. Play around with where that's positioned and just find that you're in the most comfortable position for you. So when your baby arrives, this long pillow can be used as a breastfeeding support pillow. You're going to be sitting in your nursing chair and have this around your waist. That's going to give you the height that you need to comfortably support your baby. We also recommend putting this just behind your lower back, as you are going to be sitting for a while feeding. Everyone's pregnancy is so different and so unique. I recommend to try all the different positions and all the little adjustments. It usually takes people 2 to 3 weeks to find the position that works best for them. And what we find is that what works early on is also really different to the support that you need later on in your pregnancy. I'm really hoping that I've been able to help you find a really comfortable position and help you get a really good night's sleep.